Saga City. Code leader, the soothsayer, the smokes reaper, the game teacher, the flame preacher that spits what I practice and remain in pimp status. I'll twist your brain backwards. My lyrics are apparatus like a prostitute stew or a brew of witch's magic. You see me rational when the logic makes you erratic. The static I invite, the night that serves Christ with dry blood on my knife. Keep some light green in my pipe to ignite. Dark age nigga, riddle me that. Sprinkle some holy sacraments on the lead in my gat. I drink the blood of thugs to bring the 1990s back. This is the final collapse. Fracture skulls with some cold hard facts. Is this a rapture or the tour of some rap? And if I catch her spinal fat, she'll put a fur on my back. Yeah. Why they hating on Satan? Because they dough is forsaken and they wife steady breaking. I give a small demonstration. Demons been straight for eons. Better to be pissed off than peed on. In this Star Wars you were trekking as a Klingon. So sync on key. That ass belongs to me like this is Ike and Tina in 73. Come on, march to the beat. There's no heart in defeat. Waving sheets, that's right. In the middle of the night we fight like civil rights. This is pimpin', only chasing rats with fiddle and pipe. If she gives me any gripe, you can catch her at the street light. My game is Swisher sweet tight and never hollow. I didn't need a Twitter, make a motherfucker follow. When you look at the numbers, don't feel bitter with sorrow. Hope you can find a fat critter with some money to borrow. Bitch, nigga. Yeah. I'm known for making hoes of other races go pro-black, turn they back on they God once they sit on my Bozak. You can hold that like P. Diddy in 1996. Bury your best friend and his carcass makes you rich. You can ask Shug, the Rubik's Cube of these music dudes. Private jets and flight attendants in the nude. We play for kings and queens in this family feud. This is chess and not checkers. Evolved to a rat chinchilla. Coming from some dug down feathers. I was slinging that crack in below zero weather. Never made it to an ounce. Then I sold the crack of an ass and I got me a house. These niggas be full of doubts. Show them what pimpin's about. She only know the color of my shoes and watch her fucking mouth. Don't speak when she holds both cheeks. My throatness is so unique. My dick is like my pockets, bitch. They go so deep. Yeah. Saga City. I like him yellow, brown, Puerto Rican, and Haitian.
Bitch, bring your ass, don't fuck with my patience.
I like him yellow, brown, Puerto Rican, and Haitian.
Bitch, bring your ass, don't fuck with my patience.
I like him yellow, brown, Puerto Rican, and Haitian.
Bitch, bring your ass,
Saga
don't
City.
fuck with my patience.
I like him yellow, brown, Puerto Rican, and Haitian.
Bitch, bring your ass, don't fuck with my patience.
Pretty little girl wanna play in the park. Don't come outside when it's after dark. You're looking like Lois on my lane, searching for Clark. Well, I'm Superman, let me kiss your hand. Since you don't know where we stand, I got a small plan. Don't talk to any man unless he gives you a grand. Money is the magic that makes my shaft expand. Get excited cause you like it like my last command. And she will obey because it's real that way. She know I'll get crucial conflict about my hay. Them dumbass mind games we will not play. If my throne is your home, you gon' do as I say. See, on this plantation we work the night and the day. I'll take you to the borough zones, wards, and the bay. Yes, it's true indeed, I'll give you everything you need. Cause when you succeed, bitch, my pockets succeed. Hey, I like them yellow, brown, Puerto Rican, and Haitian.
Bitch, bring your ass, don't fuck with my patience.
I like them yellow, brown, Puerto Rican, and Haitian.
Bitch, bring your ass, don't fuck with my patience.
I like them yellow, brown, Puerto Rican, and Haitian.
Bitch, bring your ass, don't fuck with my patience.
I like him yellow, brown, Puerto Rican, or Haitian.
Bitch, bring your ass, don't fuck with my patience.
The stakes is high, it's just me, myself, and I. Mary J is really all I need to get by. But I hooked up with Renee on the Lost Boy side. She wanna spend time, get some UNITY. Benita Applebum chewing on bubble gum, looking for a roughneck. She got a crush on me, her ill nana stay wet. She like to talk about sex, so I told her keep her head up like her sundress. Taste the salt from the sweat, I got her hook sprung like a shook one. Watch when the crotch crook come, leave her nookie numb. These cookie crumb niggas wanna throw the fucking book at the done. Business is my pleasure, mix money with the fun. Everywhere I walk, hoes stalk cause they stunned. Republican elegance, the elephant ton. Constitution or prostitution, only pick one. I like him yellow, brown, Puerto Rican, or Haitian.
Bitch, bring your ass, don't fuck with my patience.
I like him yellow, brown, Puerto Rican, or Haitian.
Bitch, bring your ass, don't fuck with my patience.
I like him yellow, brown, Puerto Rican, or Haitian.
Bitch, bring your ass, don't fuck with my patience.
I like him yellow, brown, Puerto Rican, or Haitian.
Bitch, bring your ass, don't fuck with my patience.
I am the Bowser that keeps the princess. I possess the power that can't be contested. Collect every hour, every dollar, every cent. And with her every step, you will smell her flower scent. Dressed to impress, nonetheless, I digress. Watch your fucking mouth, I don't fuck with the stress. Be the sacred child that the Father wants to bless. You can't have a black thought without love on the quest. A grown man, a woman's tears put hairs on my chest. I won't hold hands, conflict of interest. Dip with finesse, yes, I'm out the scene. Cause I'm about my green, they pout like a teen. Gripe and say I'm so mean, but I make them cream, playing with a jelly bean. I can tell you many things, I can sell you plenty dreams. Only after you get screened, you can be part of my team. Bitch, what the fuck you mean? I like him yellow, brown, Puerto Rican, or Haitian.
Bitch, bring your ass, don't fuck with my patience.
I like him yellow, brown, Puerto Rican, or Haitian.
Bitch, bring your ass, don't fuck with my patience.
I like him yellow, brown, Puerto Rican, or Haitian.
Bitch, bring your ass, don't fuck with my patience.
I like him yellow, brown, Puerto Rican, or Haitian.
Bitch, bring your ass, don't fuck with my patience.
Yo, what's good in this motherfucker, man? I only got 2 people up in here. I think I'm about to shut this down. I gotta have more people on the startup before we go up. Before I'm out here running my mouth, So what's going on with the people that's here? I'm supposed to be talking about patience right now, and a lot of people have been telling me lately I got patience. The word been hopping up at me. So, when words jump at me and they do it repetitively in like a little season, I got to go ahead and do some explanation on what's going on with the word. And I like the word patience. I didn't really think I was a patient nigga the majority of my life. Everybody tell me I'm impatient, especially the females. I was impatient because I'm tearing the panties off. You understand? So they call a nigga impatient because they experience great werewolf. You understand? I'm not finna sit around waiting for you. And that's one thing. I don't wait for people. I don't wait for nobody about shit. A nigga ain't on time. I'm gonna keep it moving. You say you finna do some shit, you don't do some shit, I'm gonna keep it fucking moving. You understand? We're not gonna do none of this impatient bullshit. We're not gonna do none of this shit sitting around waiting for another nigga. That's why I end up doing all my music by myself. That's why I find all my beats. That's why, I write my books on the speed I write my books. Because we're not going to be patient about shit waiting about another motherfucker. It's really interesting watching a lot of people try to do the entrepreneur thing or try to do art or trying to do business and, trying to progress. And, Yeah, that's the Leo. That is the Leo. It's burn, baby, burn. Fire, my nigga. Move. Anything slow is retarded to me. You automatically just default into a position of dumbass, you know. Every question or every scenario that is complex, which I'm gonna do a video on complexity too, um, is mathematical. Everything is mathematical. And just that's why I love chess, because chess is a mathematical situation, you know. And if you don't look at things as mathematical, you over here got to ask yourself questions and scratch your head like the chimpanzee, you know. I remember one time somebody told me, you never find a white man scratching his head. that is the chimpanzee. You understand? When you scratch your head and you don't know how to answer a question, it's not wise to really say I don't know in the collegiate realm, or when you're dealing with professionals. It's best to say I haven't been informed. It's best to say, you know, I'm not aware. You know, my colleagues have not sent me the memo on that subject. Never say I don't know. I guess because I don't know is like a flat line, a blink of like, you know, we're stupid over here. And I like to say I don't know, just to let you know that I don't know. And I'm not a person that plays the game of the bullshit, because bullshit is a position of you pretending that you know by giving some form of opinion on a subject that you may not have any experience on, that you may not know anything about, but you're giving an opinion so you can feel attached to the group or in with the group. And I don't really give a fuck about groups. You know, I understand that on this level of existence, on our financial level, on our social class, we're not rich. Okay. So your group really doesn't really have a value to me. You know, your group isn't rich. You know, your group, you know, isn't a group of inventors. You're not designing yourselves to be rich. Yeah, it's funny about the whole Dubai situation. And Dubai wasn't patient, right? Supposedly they seeded the clouds, and they wanted to have the rain right now. And the great Messiah, the Lord God, Allah, said, you want to play me, you want to have power over the clouds, and he showed you who has the power. And Dubai got flooded out, supposedly. You know, another situation that's interesting is there was some protest or something going on in Europe. I didn't see what specific location, but we saw this a couple of months ago as well, where they were, I guess it was the banks, and they were having a problem with the farmers, and the farmers showed up and sprayed feces all over the building. They sprayed the shit all over the building. And it's funny because right now I'm cleaning up the Kicked Out of Heaven series to put it in hardcover, and I just got done reading the whole sanitation dirt section, and it is clear that, you know, the fecal matter was sprayed around in old Europe, and that is something that, you know, is in their history. Okay, and this is where the term mudslinging came from. This is also where the term smear campaign comes from. Um, yeah, I saw that as well. The white boy, the conspiracy theorist who set himself on fire in front of the Trump rally or something like that in the First Amendment area is what they call it. So what? You set yourself on fire. This is an extreme level of dumbass right here. You set yourself on fire in for what purpose? Who do you think you're hurting? You know, you're just going to get shoveled up, your ashes or whatever. You're going to be thrown in the back of the truck and carted off to the graveyard if there's bones left or whatever the case. Nobody cares. You've done nothing. You've created no statement. And this is why it's so dangerous to be running around in your own brain with bullshit. That's why it's so dangerous. Is a prime example right here. You have done nothing. Yeah, he left a manifesto for people to read, and guess what? Nobody will hear it. Okay, the feds will pick your shit up, put it in a plastic bag, and put it in the file of other dumbasses that did some dumbass and ended up in the graveyard of dumbass. Okay, the fucking stupid motherfucker. Now, the whole setting yourself on fire is supposedly a thing that comes from ancient Hindu. And that goes back to ancient rituals over there. So who knows today's date? Who knows the way the things are lined up? It could have some significance to an ancient guy. Who knows? But in reality, you're another bloke who thinks you know something about through the YouTube videos and conspiracy theory bullshit, and you think you've done something great for mankind and revolution. I just saw a video of that dude talking about the revolution is going to begin. Nobody knows you and nobody cares. You understand how that works? You've done nothing in existence. You have no power. You've assisted nobody with nothing. Okay? You have no level of importance. You are a pebble of sand on the beach. You are not a boulder. You understand? This shit is phenomenal because the human brain is so dangerous, and that's why you got to be patient with things. Well, patience is something that gets built through intellectualism. So, the one who kicked it off was the comment on the video that I priorly did where I was debating the preacher. And somebody said, wow, 720, you're patient, and I guess I don't really consider myself patient. I consider myself tactical. And tactical, requires patience. Okay. And due to the definition I'm about to read of what patience is, I might as well say I'm patient. Patient is a good thing. It's endurance, and one reason why he could say I was patient in that video and let the preacher talk, because I know you're a dumbass. Okay. And I love being quiet during the course of the dumbass speaking, because for some odd reason, I don't know if it's how many people watch me on videos or the books I've written or the music I've done. I don't know. But when I get around people, they feel like they want to talk. They want to get all, wine tasting elite, and want to talk and shit. And I don't have no problem with that. I love conversation. Of course, I love dialogue. All my closest homies know that. Dialogue all day. But some people just, they pick up off my aura and they just go into this zone of hobnob, and I don't really be there when I'm out in public. When I'm out in public, I'm kicking it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be no Martin Luther King. I'm not leading nobody nowhere. Leading somewhere to what? This is the question. A new form of socialism. If I was to be a leader in the new form of socialism that is to be brought to the planet, that's very interesting, because somebody did tell me that the leader is the new breaker in the socialism. And how could that be when the new so-called quote unquote leaders, which those who are trying to be your leader, the Kanye West, the Umar Johnson, are obviously controlled by the invisible hand. So they are not being leaders in anything. They are social engineers being told what to do and how to do it. Okay. So with me bringing in a new form of socialism, my form of socialism, which by default a lot of people call Republican, which is the social standard limit of what's going on out here in the world today. Are you Republican? Are you Democrat? Are you this? Are you that? Blah, 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 blah. Are you, that's a leftist, that's a rightist, that's a blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up, because my intellect level goes way deeper than what you want to call a left or a right, a Republican or a Democrat, or did you take the COVID, or do we have 3 dogs running around in the house? I'm not in that zone. I'm in a deeper zone of accepting how long humans have been on this planet. You see, that's where my intellect is at. So with things that you find with troubles today, whether that be gender wars, whether that be human trafficking or whatever the fuck, I compare that to activities that I've discovered going on in early America, in the medieval times, in Rome, in Greece, in ancient Egypt. Okay. Sometimes I dibble and dabble with the Maya, Inca, and the Western scenario, but Native American and all of that usually um, has a completely different understanding and lifestyle that isn't in comparison with some of the common traits of what has occurred in civilization from ancient Egypt up to now. So I don't look at humans as a 30-year-old or a 40-year-old or even a 20-year-old. I look at you by the age of your blood, and the age of your blood is unknown. Okay. But what we do know is that your blood was here all the way back down to ancient Egypt and tribes of Africa. That's what we do know. And they have gone through different phases and experiences from that time period up to now. So I look at humans as around 5,000 to 10,000 years old. For you to be, in this lightweight space of dumbass and, the vaccinations and, car troubles and, this and that, I don't conclude that as the limit of where we're at. So the social standard limit is right there. And what happened with me and that preacher was that I knew his intelligence was that social standard limit. Your limit is to think that the preacher is the superior and the leader of the Black community by your small little region, wherever you're at. Okay. And I'm go deeper than that when it comes to understanding. So your space of comprehension of existence is inferior to where mine's is at. Okay. So I can be patient. I'm going to go ahead and let you be the dog chasing your tail because you're a fucking dumbass. And, just keep on chasing your tail. And then when you're done chasing your tail, I'll show you how you were chasing your tail. And then you will look in the mirror and say, "Woo, woo, woo," you will whimper like the dog. Okay. You will whimper, and you will look fucking stupid like a fool. And I don't have intention to make you look like a fool, but we are in the course of the debate. And in the course of the debate, the audience must choose who is the winner and who is the loser. So the intention here is to remove you completely. And that's what I do. And if it takes patience to do so, then that's, what we must have. And that sometimes happens with the executioner when we bring the culprit, the assailant, okay, when we bring the criminal to the scaffold. The criminal comes to the scaffold and lays the neck down, you understand? And the executioner had to be very patient with the sharpening of the blade, with the building of the scaffold to make sure that it was at a stage appropriate level for everybody to view, for it to uphold the strength of the slamming of the axe on the neck. You see what I'm saying? And we must have a clean cut job. And that's what the executioner does. So you must execute your business. Okay. You have to be patient within doing it. Patience provides perfection, and I was very patient with my vehicle. I just spun my donk around the block a couple of times. Lord, is she ready to fucking dominate the city? But we have to put other things in place. I got to get my plate. I got to get all types of other shit. But oh my God. And it was patience, I guess. It was 4 years, a lot of money. I haven't had my fucking donk for 4 years. Do you understand? And I was patient with people because, I understood things, and there's a spiritual war that's going on that I'm involved in, especially, and it ignited, it started when I was here and when I moved here, and I didn't really know what was being sent my way until we got into the bowels of the kicked out of heaven and how the matrix operates with me. I had to pay attention to a lot of things to understand that there's some type of spiritual battle and war going on. So, we must be very tactical on how we operate. And that is the key element of war, is to be tactical. Um, yeah, exactly that. Somebody said, "Wow, 4 years in the shop, unheard of." There probably was hoping you gave it up. Yeah, that was the spiritual element. There was then again it returns in the year of the green dragon, and that's what everybody called my whip, was the green dragon, and it returned in the year of the green dragon. Very ironic, isn't it? And then yeah, there was people hoping I gave it up. As a matter of fact, you want to hear a little story real quick? It was in one shop. And I'll never see. This is one reason why I don't put money in the hands of, you know, black people trying to do work. And I don't want to sound racist or anything like that, but it's just, you know, if we go back to what I discovered in the Real Nigga Etiquette Voodoo edition, black people don't really understand the totality of developing a product yet, and nor do they respect due diligence when it comes to universities or when it comes to scholasticism for whatever industry that they're getting involved in, you know, which is supposed to merge and intertwine like a DNA strand with their experience rate. So experience, and then you need the literature behind it. And a lot of black people don't respect the order that has already been put in place, and how long this industry has been working before you were even fucking born. They don't have that level of respect. And that's another reason why a lot of women won't be able to evolve in the areas of business, is because they don't have a respect line, especially for those who created the industry that you're in. So a lot of females go out here talking about some, oh, they hate men and they hate this and they hate that and they hate this. You hate men, but men have developed everything that you utilize. So when your car is breaking down and your cell phone ain't working and you got CPS at your door, okay, it's part of the metaphysics that you hate men, but men are supposed to, you know, we have developed many things indirectly for your succession and for your protection. So it doesn't work in that format. You can't go inside business without respect. Okay. And that's one reason why I stay away from niggas. Because they don't really get that, and they think shit talking is a part of it. Now, shit talking can work when you're with the brother inside of a brotherhood, and your brotherhood has a system that's already set up where everybody can get a monetary gain out of it. Okay. Now there's shit talking that goes on in there for refinement and for, you know, the development of your skills and things of that nature. You see what I'm saying? But back to what I was talking about. When it comes to, you know, business, I was giving my car. Oh, the story I was going to tell you, that I gave my car to this spot, and it was supposed to be I had busted one of my rims and had to get my rim fixed, and I was going to put a new interior and a digital dash in there because I had some dough. I said, fuck it, you know, it ain't gonna cost too much. Man, this motherfucker ended up doing all types of shit. Oh man, we gonna put some wings on the car. We gonna do this. We gonna do that, man. We just gonna fly, nigga. Your shit gonna be looking like the motherfucking Death Star and the Star Wars, man. Your shit gonna be. I'm like, look, dog, just do what the fuck you're supposed to do and stay focused on that and keep it a clean job and blah blah blah. So then one day I was up there at the shop checking out my shit, and some dude had pulled up on me like, man, that used to be my car, man. That car came down here from Oakland and blah, 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 man. And man, can you sell it back to me, man? Would you sell it back to me? I said, man, 50,000. And I guess he got sort of mad or whatever. I don't know. I was like, 50,000. And there was a transmission shop right next door to it. And supposedly a rod had got thrown in the engine, and they had built a new engine and whatnot, and then had to get a new transmission or something. So we getting a new transmission on the whip. So it was right next door. I guess dude or somebody who came back who was mad at the owner of the shop, this black dude. And then the name of that shop was Dragon's Den. Don't fuck with them niggas. Okay. If you from Las Vegas, fuck them niggas. The Dragon's Den or whatever was the name of the shop that my whip was at. So then somebody came back that night and burnt the whole goddamn ship down. My whip was next door to the shop because it was getting the transmission done. And when I come up in there, and it was some Spanish cats that was doing it, and I had my rosary beads hanging on the rear view mirror of the thing, okay? And the it's funny, Catholicism is the way for me, because after April 4th, when I did the Saint Tupac, Saint Benedict the Moor, Saint Isidore of Seville, and who was it? I forgot her name, but she's not a saint, but I'll probably have to incarnate her as a saint later as well. But the very next day I got my whip. After the April 4th, I did a video giving thanks to everybody, giving thanks to all the saints and whatnot. The very next day, I got my whip. So there it is with that. April 5th, I had my shit. And it's running smooth and beautiful. But anyways, let's go into the patience, because I had patience with the whip. I got patience with the books, I guess, and the whole career line. I guess I got patience with my fans too, who need to be dropping major dough. Because me spending all this dough on my whip that I just had to do did not come from donations or purchases. Okay. I had to make the magic happen, and making the magic happen, sometimes you're going to run out. I mean, I'll never run out of the magic, but you dig what I'm saying, man. Let's be fucking real and let's get into some reality. For all of my audience, y'all need to be making yourselves a part of the 720, the Saga City Records, the Stargate Publishing, because I've definitely been developing individuals over the years. I've been giving people development, and this is scholastic academia development that your parents didn't even give you, because my parents didn't give me this. You dig? Well, they did enforce reading upon me as a child. So reading did get, intertwined into my system most definitely. And it is in sync with the last name Booker, but yeah, let me go ahead and do this real quick. I'm about to read to y'all the definition of patience. We have to do it because I found it very interesting. Like I said, a lot of people over the years call me impatient. Well, now that I review it, it's usually women who say it. It's so impatient. Yeah, I want to get to them draws. Fuck the bullshit, man. I'm be sitting around here playing no game with you. And that's the whole thing. I am not gonna sit up here and wait on no woman for nothing. I don't wait on the woman, and I don't wait on the uneducated. Period. Motherfucker say I'm gonna call you back. I don't expect it. Well, because that's how people do. It's kind of funny because just the other day, I was I ran into a situation, had to contact the CEO. He didn't know who the hell I was. I got to respond in less than 5 minutes. And this is the CEO of a major company that has establishments in several states. But I get a return message in less than 5 minutes. Okay. And he directed me to his to another one of his partners, who is a business marketing director in the company and whatnot. And that's interesting, because when I hit up the homie or hit up a chick I'm fucking with, it takes forever because you're full of the shit. And that's what people are. People are full of the shit, and they think they're operating like Brad Pitt when they don't even know how Brad Pitt operates. And that is the funniest part about this shit. Every nowadays, people are contactable when it comes to higher echelons of existence that you may not be in, and they respond right back because money moves quick. So we have to make quick decisions. People who bullshit and people who don't pick up their phone, automatically red flag. If you don't pick up your phone, and if you don't fucking respond to the text, it's a red flag. And you know what the red flag is? A tampon. Did you ever think about that? Here we go. So here's the patience. We got to read what the definition of patience is. Okay. I had to bring the big book out. Patience, the bearing of provocation. The bearing, which means you can withstand. The bearing of provocation, annoyance, misfortune, pain, etc. without complaint, loss of temper, irritation, or the like. Woo! Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means? That is the maintenance of sanity right there, is what you just heard. That is the maintenance of sanity. When something is of a disturbance and an annoyance, and you do not respond with any emotional infliction, or whatever the case, that's what we're talking about. Let's do that again. The withstanding of provocation, to be provoked, annoyance, or misfortune, pain, etc. Okay, so that means even if your dough is fucked up, you don't make an ugly face, you don't buckle at the knees, you handle it. You understand? Without complaint, loss of temper, irritation, or the like. Okay? An ability or willingness to suppress restlessness. An ability or willingness to suppress restlessness or annoyance in waiting. To have patience with a slow learner. So that means to not get violent, restlessness, to not have anxiety. Okay? Quiet perseverance, even tempered care, diligence, to work with patience makes perfection, especially on like a 455 rocket engine. Yes, you must have time. You must take your time. You must bore the engine because the engine had to get rebuilt like 2 times by 2 different companies. You understand? We're going to talk about that a little bit more here in a second. To be solitaire, sufferance, leave, permission. Okay, to be able to suffer, to leave the situation. Okay, or to have permission, to gain permission, you must be patient. Like standing in line when you're at the DMV, and it's kind of funny. I'll tell you a short story with that. I remember one time I was at the post office. It was a very long line, and somebody called me and was like, I was like, man, I'm in the post office. I'll be out there in like 5 minutes. I'll hit you back in like 5 minutes. And in Vegas, people think they can just interrupt your conversation and they overheard what you were saying and whatnot. So motherfucker looked back at me, an old black man, and he was complaining. He was like, man, you see this long ass line, it's gonna be way more than 5 minutes, man. Blah 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 blah. And I just looked at him because a lot of people do that sometimes when I'm out in public. They want me to relate with them in their complaint, and I don't, because I'm not going to. You understand? I don't give a fuck about what you're complaining about or what you feel. I know that is a lot of the pig, a lot of the bacon that you eat that's talking through you because you are what you eat. I that's what I understand. You drink a lot of the Mountain Dew, so that's in your system. And we have and when I look up and 2-3 people leave the line, another 2 people come up to the post office desk and call the people up front, and before you know it, I'm in front of them sending off whatever I need to in the mail in the span of 3 minutes, and in 5 minutes exact I was out, done with my business, and able to make my phone call because I wasn't complaining. I was patient. Do you see that? So that's where it says sufferance, leave, permission, also called a European doc, having leaves used as a vegetable. Okay. So here's the synonyms. Watch the synonyms to the word patience: composure, stability, self-possession, submissiveness, sufferance, patience, endurance, fortitude, stoicism, imply qualities of calmness, stability, and persistent courage in trying circumstances. Now, let me stop right there before I continue because you heard the word submissiveness. So, what is submissiveness? Submissiveness is when you find the position of bending the knee. And bending the knee was usually a knight or somebody of a subordinate stature to the king or the queen. And that's how they would approach the king or the queen. And in the position of a knight that may be accepted into a new order or maybe getting some form of accolades or higher rank because they've completed a mission. Guess what happens? The sword taps here and the sword taps here, and then you are in accelerated position now. You're in a higher rank, and that's what happens. So people don't understand that being submissive to a situation or a scenario and having stoicism and being endurant, that you get knighted, you get gifted, you receive growth within doing that. So, and that's also for the woman. The woman who is the ultimate submissive in her household can make demands. Okay. The woman that whispers in the ear can make demands. The woman that speaks the most, because all she has to do is give small suggestion and things occur. You understand? So here goes. Patience may denote calm, self-possessed, and repinning bearing of pain, misfortune, annoyance, or delay, or painstaking and untiring industry, or less often, application in the doing of something, to bear afflictions with patience. Endurance denotes the ability to bear exertion, hardship, or suffering without implication of moral qualities. Hold on. Endurance denotes the ability to bear exertion, hardship, or suffering without implication of hardship or without implication of moral qualities required or shown. Nobody cares about how you feel about morale. Okay. So let's take it back to the example I just gave. I'm in the post office and I don't think you should be waiting. I look at myself as a king and I shouldn't be waiting for shit. This is your morale structure. The person in front of me is obese, so they shouldn't be allowed to stand in line in front of me because I feel as if my morale state that humans shouldn't be obese. Nobody cares about your morals. Shut the fuck up when you're in the public space and you don't discuss religion amongst businessmen. And that's just how it works. Okay. So running in a marathon requires great endurance. Fortitude implies not only patience, but courage and strength of character in the midst of pain, affliction, or hardship. To show fortitude in adversity. Stoicism is calm fortitude, which with such repression of emotion as to seem almost like indifference to pleasure or pain. Okay. Persistence and assiduity. Assiduity. Okay. The American Indians were noted for stoicism under torture. Okay. Yeah. Crazy one, right? Patience is very well respected in the Western paradigm, as we can definitely see. Now, let's look in this dictionary. Okay. On what it says on patience. This is real short and sweet. To the primitives, any damage short of death was almost, hence, this root was extended to mean suffer, endure, be patient. In the almost range, peninsula, penumbra, penult, antipenult. In the suffering range, patty, passum, suffer, passion, as in the passion of Christ, passive, compassion, compatible. When you are patient, you are also compatible. You see the science of the PATI inside the word compatible. So any other word that has PATI in it is correlated to the energy of being patient and passive. Okay. Now, patty, passum, suffer, passion. Okay. Enduring together, patience, patient, penance, and its doublet, penitent, repent. Okay. Pain in Greek means fiend. Okay. Isaac Watts of 1748 warned, there's no repentance in the grave. Okay. There is no repentance in the grave, and there is no patience in the grave, because you are in the grave and you will corrode to the bone and to the dirt. And hopefully there's no worms going in and out of your eyeballs and your skull. Yeah, we're about to go back down the kicked out of heaven route. I am um editing the book again for its hardcover version, which will be out before the end of the year, because the third volume is called The Dragon. You can look it up on the Amazon. So I'm going to complete this series during the course of the year, The Dragon, while I'm driving my dragon, and we're going to bind the dragon. Do you understand? So that's what's going to happen up in here. And yeah, so one other metaphysics was, after the engine got rebuilt for a second time, you gotta understand, I'm paying 5 racks, 6 racks, 10 racks, and all of this fucking bullshit, man. Money, money, money. You understand? And then I took it to the shop that's closest to my crib now, because this car never even saw my old house again once it went to the shop. In between the time of my car being in these different shops, I moved from the middle of the hood in Vegas all the way out here to Summerlin in the gated community. And my car came directly to this new home, and they never saw the old home. So I had to take it to a shop that's actually is not that far away. And shouts out to them, 5-star auto shop for anybody that's in Vegas and you got an old school, you take it there. They are top line. They work on nothing but old schools. And it's very sad to me that the owner, he had to tell me that, he's trying to sell the shop because, you know, working on old school muscle cars is a lost art. It's becoming a lost art because all these Hellcats and all this old weak ass shit, these push start engines and all these plastic ass fucking cars ain't no steel. Um, that the kids are fascinated about. Now they try to destroy the old world because our generation, the Ren and Stimpy, Beavis and Butthead generation, have kept up with the Joneses and made these little kids feel like they're adults instead of making them respect what has occurred before them, because we're the generation that is blank of prior knowledge of the old world and how things used to work. We're one of the first or maybe the second or third generation that's completely away from the farm, and that has definitely broken down our respect towards each other, our common courtesy, and also our respect and connection with nature. You understand? So he said that it's a lost art, and the individual who is working on my vehicle, his name is Mike, which is the God 720 and the Archangel Michael. Michael is around me a lot. My uncle's name Mike. My closest friend that I've known since like first grade, or he was at my first birthday party, and I was at his birthday parties when we was kids. He lives in the city now. His name Mike. So basically the Michael was working on the vehicle. Then come to find out through conversation, he is a Libra in the Tiger year, and that's what my son Hannibal is. He's a Libra in the Tiger year, Chinese, tiger. So there was a good family connection ambiance between us, and he had to they dropped off a lot of dough for me to get my whip back, because they had to get it off the lot and whatnot. And I went through panic mode and had to dig up the finances to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? But that didn't occur from the assistance of my fans, and it should have. As much as I've done for my fans and for people in general, and for as many times as you've seen MCs bite off of me and seen people bite content from me, especially when I brought out the Kicked Out of Heaven, it just really shows the disrespect of humans. It really shows the self-centeredness that everybody wants to have. A lot of people are feared to include me to whatever they doing or put me on to certain links because they think they gonna get overshadowed. And I'm not no nigga that's finna overshadow and just run over a nigga. If you put me on, I have a high level of respect. I don't think like niggas. So whatever operation you got in your head of how niggas think, I don't think like that. I intentionally think the opposite because your system is unsuccessful. And we see that through how hip hop is operating. Don't we see that? Am I right or wrong? Don't we see that? Thank you. That's exactly what the fuck we see. Is that your thinking is a complete write-off. You're more worried about trying to destroy one's character for some essence of your aura brightness, and and you are on a relentless search for power, and it's destroyed you. It destroyed Suge Knight. It destroyed Puffy. It's destroying rappers in the rap game right now. There's some so-called beef going on, and it's all, you have no attention. You have the attention of the fool, and the fool will obviously uh build enough jealousy in this system with the intention to destroy you. And that's just how it works. So yeah, that's it for the patience. You dig what I'm saying? We've had a phenomenal situation. I suggest everybody be patient out here. I've been patient. Put your patience in the space of being tactical when it comes to how you operate inside the guise of war. Okay. And back to what happened with the preacher a couple of videos back. I didn't have no intention to go to war with him or battle. And that's what niggas do. When niggas see me, they immediately flare up and want to battle and shit. And I'm like, simmer down, simmer down. You know, I be having to do that shit when I'm at the club or at, I'm like, bro, what is the point? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, even with females, they see me and want to tell me about their dreams, like they're saying something intellectual. I don't give a fuck about your dreams. You know, I'm not no fucking, you know, I'm not no psychic reader. I'm not gonna read your palm here while I'm sitting here drinking my fucking scotch and shit. Get the fuck out of my face with the dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to talk about business and progression and growth. If we're into those type of conversations, cool. And usually you can only do that with individuals who are collegiately educated, you know. And notice I said collegiately educated. I didn't say necessarily having degrees, which you know, being collegially educated is going to fall into that department because those are usually the people who have it, is those who've been through college. But I developed college. I developed a shortcut for college right here, you know. And you can be self-educated and still be on the same playing field with those people, as I'm respected in those areas. So, and you should be respected in those areas as well. So get the kicked out of heaven right now. Donate right now, because, you know, there needs to be a stronger backing for a lot more things that could be done and I could be doing. You know, for instance, right now there's a podcast that's here in Las Vegas that tried to charge me $7,500 just to get on the podcast, you know. And I thought that was a little outlandish, but whatever. You could do whatever pricing you want to do because it's your show. You know, I can't really say anything about that. The whole thing is that my audience who wants to see me in different areas and want to see me excel to the next plank, you need to be providing that dough. I got children to take care of. I got cars to take care of. I got a ton of things to do. I'm paying bills and I'm not out here doing the nature boy. There is no fantasy bullshit. And it's something like I just had to explain to my homie the other day. It's like, bro, if 1% is controlling the world and the 99% aren't, you know, are being controlled, is because the 99% aren't thinking correctly. And the fact of the matter is, when we include folklore, when we include mythology, when we include religion, when we include a lot of things that we see on the news today, the average native mind is illusion. They want illusion. They want bullshit. They want to talk about bullshit that ain't got shit to do with them and ain't got shit to do with the reality. And that's why those who think in the space of reality, they are doing it behind the boardroom doors, closed, and you are restricted to come into this zone. You must go through security and you must have a pass, because we know that your brain is illusion bullshit and you're going to come run out in front of the building and light yourself on fire thinking that you've achieved something. And the reality to the individual who lit himself on fire in front of the Trump building was most likely a bloke living out of his car with no bills to pay and no woman. His sex life was garbage. You're not going to have a sex life that's phenomenal and then go light yourself on fire in front of the fucking Trump building. Because, what the fuck? You're not even thinking about a Trump. You're thinking about your cleanliness. You're thinking about your woman. You're thinking about what's going on in your house. You're thinking about what bills you got to pay. You're thinking about far more important things that has anything to deal with, you know, what Trump is going through in the courtroom right now. You know, thinking that a revolution is going to start. You're not going to start to no revolution. The males of today are not ferocious enough to start a revolution. You have too much McDonald's in your system. You listen to your fucking woman. The woman hasn't been listened to from Adam and Eve all the way up to the 1950s and 60s is when women were starting to be able to talk and shit and be able to read books and teach and shit. And we don't live, and you niggas listen to that? They have no inclusion in wars, contracts, constitutions, declarations. They have no inclusion in any of those areas. And you're listening to them. Phenomenal. It doesn't make fucking sense. You understand how that works? You see? So when it comes to me and my vehicle and there's a mechanic on it, a mechanic who's been working on these type of cars for 50, 60 years, I shut the fuck up and I listen. Okay, because you're not going to find a woman that's been out here working on old school Chevys for 50, 60 years. You understand? So I'm not going to listen to what the fuck you're talking about. You know, it's just like women talking about they hate money. I mean, they hate men. Next time you hear a woman say they hate men, ask them, do they spend money? And they're going to say, yeah, I love money. Well, then there's pictures of men on the money. So you must still love men. Thank you. Okay? It's really that simple. We don't need to get too complex with it. Keep things simple. There's pictures of men on the money, and you love the money, so you love the men. Okay? You love your car, you love your cell phone, your smartphone, you love all this other shit. So let's just be in the realms of reality because that's where things are healthy. That's why I've been able to stay sane the entire time while you watched everybody lose their fucking noodle. Okay? You watch people lose their noodle because they're disrespectful towards existence and they're disrespectful towards order. There is an order that works, and it will always work, and it will, regardless, you know. So, that's just the system. I mean, I love the ladies. I'll have conversation with them. I'll interview them on the channel. Y'all seen me up here with Sophia Stewart, the one who wrote the Terminator and the Matrix, and I might have her back up here again. She knows I'm respectful. We had a beautiful conversation. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, she can look in my eyes and tell I'm dominant. I don't play them fucking games. You understand? The uterus is an alien up in here. I understand that we bind, nigga. But yeah, this is the God 720. Do what you want out here in the world. Be tactical and patient with what you want to do in order to win, and make sure that your winning is going to stay in place, that you gain the trophy, the ribbon. You understand? You come home, you put it on your mantle. Okay? And that's how it works, So we got any more questions? We got one question here. Is O.J. Simpson the great Negro? Serious question. I mean, I don't know what the fuck that means, I got O.J. Simpson in a lot of my books. This is one book I wrote. Watch this. Let me show you something. Y'all want to talk about the great Negro? Joe Biden said he wanted to be the great Negro. Remember that shit? He said it. He did say that. He walked up to the microphone and said that he wants to be like the great Negro. And then he was talking about the baseball player Satchel Paige. So let me show you something. Boom. The great Negro is the first Negro, the stupendous Negro. You see that? I don't know about no. I saw a couple of highlights of O.J. Simpson playing football. That was pretty good. O.J. Simpson is talked about in the Kicked Out of Heaven in comparison to Othello the Moor and what was going on with that story Othello that Shakespeare wrote. You must shake the spear. You said That's it. I remember one time I was with this one shorty and she was like, could you please, the whiskey was in me heavy. She was like, could you please stop talking like Shakespeare? And I said, okay, you just want me to shake my spear? She said, yes. I remember little shorty with vitiligo. She had the vitiligo. Hey, that vitiligo is an exotic situation. Okay. So and only the royals can fuck with the vitiligo. That goes all the way down to ancient Egypt. Vitiligo and midgets were or what they call short persons nowadays. And boy, there's a lot of people being very short. They're not eating correctly, so people ain't growing past the goddamn waistline nowadays. There's the world of oompa doompas out here. They were considered to be magical people, and they would be kept around the throne. They did that from ancient Egypt all the way up to the medieval times. So is he the great Negro? I don't know. I don't give a damn about, rest in peace to OJ. He was here in Vegas. I talked about OJ and the Black Man's Bible because that was a very serious situation when it happened across the country. And the reason why, because it was a rebirth of Othello the Moor, which I explained in the Kicked Out of Heaven. So get the Kicked Out of Heaven and donate to the God 720 at the Cash App. It's right there in the comments. And stop playing fucking games with your future. Stop playing games with who you support, because there is nobody else to support. They've all showed you their card, and their card is now their cell number, their prison number in the penitentiary over some butt cheeks, nigga. Terrible. Ain't that some wild shit? We just went through 10, 15 years, 20 years of niggas getting locked up out the booty. if we go further back, you know, Teddy Pendergrass got caught with the weirdo. You know, you got Eddie Murphy got caught with the weirdo. Them wasn't no women. Them was weirdos. You understand? And then they tried to hit Mike Tyson with the case about the butt. We've been looking at a long line of niggas getting locked up about the booty. Okay. And the 720, I'm going to dodge the dumbass because, you know, once you deal with a lot of, that's how I was able to tell when I came to the game in 2007, 2008, and I got on this YouTube, I was running my mouth, and niggas was asking me about East Coast rap, and I was like, them niggas is some birds, and I could tell. And the reason why I could tell is because I was fucking a lot of pussy at the time. So when you dealing with a lot of different women, you know that there's certain postures you got to keep. There's certain expressions and certain ways you walk and carry yourself that you got to be in for female attraction. That was then. Nowadays, these bitches got too much Gatorade in their system, too much now and later. They drinking too much Starbucks and eating too much goddamn Burger King and bullshit. And their brains and their senses are all the way off. That's why they want to talk about vibes and shit. Bitch wasn't talking about no vibes until vibrators came out. You dig what I'm saying? And they want to talk about the motherfucking vibes. And, you know, your vibes is leading you to serial killers and shit. And you end up on the news because you got domestic violence case with your baby daddy. And then, man, it's so much crazy shit on the news, my nigga, of a bitch getting hemmed up because your vibes is all off, nigga. Your antennas don't read the goddamn thing. I don't want to hear nothing about your dollar menu fucking vibes, nigga. Your senses is off, you know, and that's why you are the single mother. That's why you get abused in the domestic violence, because it's all retard and you like that shit, you know. But anyways, as I was stating, 2007, 2008, when you done beat up a lot of coochie in your life, and you done attracted a lot of women of different races and whatnot, different backgrounds, you could tell that there's certain shit that you have to stand in on as a man, and certain shit you can't do. And when it comes to postures and the way you look and shit, and them niggas was just off. Them niggas was doing a lot of funny shit. It was just off. I could tell that you wasn't doing shit directly for female attraction, you know. Then what the fuck are you doing? You know, like that's what this game is. I thought the game, and that's what made me fall in the space of the death row niggas and the West Coast, because the niggas kept the bitch running around on the beach. The niggas kept, you know, pretty women. You know, I fucked with the down south, you know, the Uncle Luke. You know, they had the pretty women with them. East Coast niggas didn't have that shit. And now it's all coming to the front line, isn't it? What goes on in the dark will come to the fucking light at all times. That is the ethereal law for the children. Get the book now. You understand? Yeah, and that's how it works. So donate, go to the Millennium DVDs. I got deals cracking. If you want to spend big money, then hit me up personally. I'll make a deal with you on films, you know, all the classic materials from all the scholars and whatnot. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it is. That's how I could tell. There was no rumors or nothing that I was hearing. It's just the fact that, nigga, I'm from the Shy. It was do or die, po pimping, nigga. We was digging in guts, you know? And that's just what it was, you know? So, yeah, there it goes. So, yeah, that's how that works. So, that's what the line is. Y'all holla at me. Encyclopedia on the Alchemy of Women. It's all gone. So y'all got to get it from the Amazon. You done fucked up. It took too long. But there will be probably about next year. I'll put out the hard cover of it, and it's going to be updated and fixed up as well. You know, so y'all get at me. If I got any requests for any songs, put them up now so I can make a move. I got things to do tonight. I'm being requested to perform in some areas, so I got to make a move. So if y'all not making any requests on the songs, we're going to get up out of here. You dig what I'm saying? I definitely appreciate everybody coming through to hear what the 720 has got to say. You understand? I think we're going to play some jams for the ladies right now. The first two songs I played was The Cult Leader and My Patience off of the Onyx Tablet album. The next 2 songs I'm going to play is Making Time from Constantine the Black, which was released this year, and by This Sign Conquer. And then we're going to play Strong Perfume and Cologne off of the Symphony of Millions and the Harmony of Fun. So y'all do some shopping, y'all do some donating, stay connected, you know, and well respected, okay? And make sure the one that you support gets to the top. All right, that's how we doing this shit. Peace.
Just wanna be with you.
Designing them 6-inch heels and made her the tallest, but her voice is the softest. Can't hide her cleavage. She walks around in my office. Black cards in my wallet, my cars are what you would call it. Let me define you symbolic. A soprano with Ferragamo, the Virgin Mary and her Luciano. After the bottle, make that pussy swell up like tomato.
Strong perfume and cologne and let them watch the throne. Strong perfume and cologne and let them watch the throne. Strong perfume and cologne and let them watch the throne. Strong perfume and cologne and let him watch the throne. Ayy.
Never am I confused, she wants some healthy abuse. Smelling like liquor and fruit, we smoke one and then two, just to lighten the mood. Watch her whiten her eyes, get as bright as the moon. Sitting in this drop top, listening to ghetto tunes, and we gon' get home soon. I know she tightly sealed like an Egyptian tomb, but she don't know I can speak in cryptic too. Then we make some crypto moves, we could never lose, so tell me what you gonna do.
Strong perfume and cologne and let him watch the throne. Strong perfume and cologne and let him watch the throne. Strong perfume and cologne and let him watch the throne. Strong perfume and cologne and let him watch the throne.
Looking for hearts to break, cause we part snake. Ignorant is to ignore the chance, so please partake. Magically your bank account will look like shrimp and steak. Big money on that custom shit and this won't break. Sipping on that champagne, cause in this campaign we've been through blood and pain, and I can't trust a thing, not even you, even though you my boo. I need more than just two, so when I come through, just have me some food. My attitude be street, I chew with baguettes on my teeth. She just like the money, that's part salty and sweet. So I don't be saying shit, cause all that talk is cheap. My money go in your rabbit hole, cause my thoughts too deep.
Strong perfume and cologne and let him watch the throne. Strong perfume and cologne and let him watch the throne. Strong perfume and cologne and let him watch the throne. Strong perfume and cologne and let him watch the throne. Ayy.